Hello, I am Kodili-nye, the son of the wonderful. You're welcome back to another brand new vlogging, and I hope that you will enjoy this street vlogging today. Wherever you are joining us, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, depending on your geographical location and your time zone. And we are here again, and a very cold morning, and we are going to be talking about issues in the homeland and a lot of other things. And stay tuned, enjoy. You can see our environment. You can see our environment. You can see. Our environment, and we are going to be talking about generating revenue generation. Recently, the governor had been hammering about generating money through tax, and he said that in the past, that Zig and Abubakar Tafawa Balewa and the Eastern region were able to sustain themselves through taxation. That was not the era of oil. And he talked about how this is very, very vital, because he said that people are not even paying up to 1% of their earning as tax, that no place can develop or no country can develop with that. That most of the developed countries pay between 20 to 20%, 25% of their earning as tax. And I quite agree with him, because it's very, very important that taxation should be done, and done all right. He gave an example of a person having billions of goods or millions of goods in his business, and when you ask him how much he pays as tax, he will tell you that he paid 17,000 naira for the whole year. And you'll be asking, but he has a turnover of 20, 30, 40, 50 million, 100 million, and he's paying 17,000 per annum as tax, meaning that he has not actually paid anything. So, but the issue of taxation is very, very vital. But one of the main things why the people has not been paying their tax, or tax has not become sort of a custom in our homeland, is because of the ways of the politicians in their body language and their corruption. How they embezzle of the little money that were coming from the oil money before, and how there's virtually little to show for the money, the money that is being rated, and lack of accountability, because they don't actually show you how much a place is generating for you to scrutinize, or how much the state is actually getting, for people to check and have more confidence in the system. So that's the reason. And poor education on taxation. So that's the main reason why the people are not willing to pay tax. And another thing that is causing that is also the tax collectors or whatever, or revenue agents, their corrupt practices, because most of the money they collect doesn't reach the government. Either there is a collusion or they are just doing it independently. Think about when they were taxing all those road transport workers. Every day they're collecting between 1,000 something to 2,000, sometimes 3,000. They take from them in the pretext that they're giving some to the government, which they are not. Most of them are building massive mansions and, driving flashy cars. So with that system in place, it's very difficult to convince people to be paying tax. And another thing why we're not having much of revenue is informal sector in the state. So if your economy is mostly run by informal sector, it's very difficult to be able to properly calculate the revenue and collect the appropriate tax. So that's why it's very important to put a system in place to formalize those businesses so that revenue can be generated through them. Sorry about the noise. It's street vlogging, and in street vlogging, there are a lot of cars passing and the noise of people on the street. You can see a lot of cars, bikes, and people. So this contributes to the noise level. But we are not complaining because, as the title says, street vlogging. So our supporters knows this, and they understand, and they enjoy what we are discussing about, and that's why we continued on what we are discussing. And so very, very important for us to continue to discuss. So we're talking about the revenue, how to generate revenue through taxation. It's very, very important for a society to survive. It has to find a way to generate revenue. In the case of Anambra State, if the government want to continue on the low way of collecting tax, it will take us a longer time to have meaningful development unless the government find a way to invest massively in many sectors, so which they have not done in the past, which they need to do if they are to leave the homeland from the mediocre development into established development for developed areas. So for them to do that, they need to really either invest heavily on investing in many key sectors. So by so doing, they can easily be receiving enough to push the economy forward. But without that, the economy will not be able to grow much, and a lot of people will still remain in joblessness. So what they need to do at the moment is basically to look at finding enough tax in the system, because collecting tax to have more money. And in our homeland, there are a lot of things that are not being taxed, which they need to tax. In the housing sector alone, estate development, if a proper taxation is put in place so that the government will tax those housing development properly, Anambra State will gain so much because it's one of those states that have massive housing estates, houses, and mega buildings, which if they start to collect tax on them, they will collect billions annually in revenue. So that's what they need to do, because not doing it will not help the economy, and those vital infrastructure will not be built. So it's very important to look at those housing. You look at Awada, look at Ugwaba, look at Mpo, look at Mpuke and Odume. Those areas has 4-story, 5-story houses, which has a lot of people living in them. So meaning that those people that invested there actually taking in money. I know that the poor infrastructure, you will say that the government did not provide infrastructure for them, but once the government start taxing properly, they will not need to provide roads, provide street lighting, provide better security, provide better, make the environment a little more better, provide hospitals and all those things, or do it in partnership. So that's looking into housing, taxing those housing businesses will also help to change the narrative and bring about a better developed homeland. That's what is very, very vital. So that's what we are discussing today, because that area can offer a lot of opportunity to deepen the revenue collection in the state and make the state the A state or developed state in Nigeria, and make it a little more better and make more people to have jobs, because jobs is very, very vital to survive in any given society. And without jobs, you have issue of challenges of crime. So I don't know what you think about what we're discussing, but I need your comment, because your comments are very valid in this, because remember, our homeland must be livable and must be a final destination, not a departure point, as Charles Gov.Soludo, the governor of Anambra State, always say. So what do you think we need to do? Go to the comment section and drop your own piece there. Remember to share, remember to like, remember to comment. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you for spending your time to listen to our vlog this morning. I am still Kodili-nye, the son of wonderful. Have a wonderful and a peaceful time wherever you are. God bless you. Bye.